Thank you for attending today's Cardboard Challenge workshop. Today we will be showing you how to make this cardboard ukulele designed by our very own Nicole Eldredge. Okay, here is our blueprint. It looks quite complicated, but step by step, it turns out that it'll be very, very simple. With the right tools, you can make anything. So here is our Nicole Eldredge drawing out the body of the ukulele. The body should have a relatively peanutty shape with a sound hole drawn somewhere in the center of the body. If you want to be super accurate about the placement, then it should be towards the smaller bulging portion of the peanut. Please note the portion of the box we're using. Just follow Nicole and draw on whatever part of the box she's drawing on so that you're using the same amount of cardboard she's using. Also, you're going to need a couple popsicle sticks to measure with because we don't have rulers. Feel free to use the finished model as a guide to see if yours is the right size. If you're at home watching this, then hopefully you have enough cardboard to make all the parts proportional to one another. Continue to sketch the outline until you've got something you're satisfied with, and let's move on to cutting it out. Alright, get your handy dandy pair of safety scissors out and get ready to cut. But before we do that, gently tear or cut the excess cardboard, leaving only the center rectangle for you to work with. You're going to need this extra cardboard later on, but for now, the smaller the surface, the easier and more comfortable it is to work with. See this strip of cardboard here? Tear it off and save it for later. This strip will serve as the thing that connects the top and bottom portions of the body. This is an essential part of the ukulele, so gently twist the cardboard back and forth along the edges, rip it out, and set it off to the side. You may encounter resistance from the duct tape on the box, so use the scissors to help get it out. And finally, you can cut out the first peanut.
Trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
Now for the tricky part. How do we cut out the sound hole without bending the cardboard? Well, it's pretty simple. Go over the circle multiple times with a pencil or pen. Here in the Makerspace, we have a variety of utensils at your disposal. You can use pencils, pens, or colored pencils. Just make sure the tip is strong enough to handle the pressure that you'll be putting on it when you draw over the sound hole. This is why pens are ideal for this part because the metal tip isn't likely to break like a pencil. So take your pencil and create a deep groove in the outline of the sound hole, making it easier to puncture the cardboard with the scissors.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations.
If your pencil breaks, use a dull colored pencil or a pen and continue pressing down until it's deep enough for you to be able to see the outline from the back of the cardboard. Once you have that, cut the circle out and smooth the rough edges to the best of your ability.
I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing a song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Is this movie that I think you like? This guy decides to quit his job and head to New York City. This cowboy's running from himself. She's been living on the highest shelf.
Now we take one of our leftover pieces of cardboard and outline the second peanut for the other half of the body.
Down to the riptide, taken away to the dark side.
cut it out and you should have 2 identical peanuts.
If you're gonna stay, I just gotta know.
Moving on to the neck of the ukulele, the neck should be about 1 popsicle stick length long, as demonstrated here.
For the screen, closest thing to Michelle.
Now, take an excess piece of cardboard to work with and set it off to the side while we first measure the thickness of the neck using our popsicle stick. It should be as thick as the diameter of the sound hole. Once you've got your measurements, you can begin outlining the neck as shown here. Remember, the thickness is the width of the sound hole, and the length is the length of the popsicle stick.
Way to the dark side, I wanna be your left hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Our lady running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing.
When you're done, cut it out and use it as a template for the second one, and cut that one out too.
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back before the cool done run
Moving
out.
on to the next step.
There is an attachment that you have to make that serves as a kind of extender that connects the neck to the head of the ukulele. You're going to need 2 of these, so on that same piece of cardboard, use the neck as a guide for how thick the piece has to be, and use the popsicle stick as a straight edge for the rest of the sides. It doesn't really matter about the measurement, you're just making a decent sized trapezoid that isn't big enough to be seen protruding out of the head, so just about this big. You're also going to have to attach an additional strip at the bottom so that you have something to glue the 2 pieces together. Now you can cut it out and use that piece as a template for the second piece.
Love. So I won't hesitate no more. It cannot.
Once you've got the 2 attachments cut out, bring the 2 necks back in and start gluing them to that little strip of cardboard. You don't need a lot of glue, just enough so that it doesn't overflow. It doesn't really matter which side you're gluing it on, but if you want to keep it consistent, make sure the side without the glossy duct tape is facing up from under the neck. So put the glue on the side that doesn't have duct tape. Clip the 2 pieces together and leave the glue to dry, and repeat for the second half of the neck.
I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass, and so I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess what I'll be saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do.